Christmas never set it up. My ears are so warm. What?
His headset. He's got
Oh.
a fancy yellow Overwatch headset.
Ah. Does that have the put the mic up and it mutes you again, or fails to mute you?
No, it does go back into it.
Ooh. That's exciting.
That's kind of weird.
I mean, it makes sense for storage. You don't have to worry about it breaking or bending on anything, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Detachable penis.
I mean, it's not like the lift up to mute worked very well anyways.
No. it's true.
It was like every other time it would work, and then every other time it wouldn't come back.
Yeah, it's somewhere around here. That headset. I don't really throw things away.
No.
You don't say.
I've been to your house. I've been to your parents' house. I know the Hrakowitz family well. None of you throw anything away. Anything.
What if his other 3 headsets break down?
That's why you have to have that fourth ready to go.
Exactly.
That's right. I don't throw any of my electronic shit away. Like, I'll throw away, like, cards and shit like that, like birthday cards and whatnot. But
Depends on the card.
Headphones last forever.
I don't have a backup headphone set of headphones at the moment, but I've got a stand-up mic and I've got a keyboard and a mouse, just in a closet.
Are we running?
Yep.
What's our title?
The fucking date.
The fucking date.
Yeah, 4/22/18. You want to keep bitching? I'm just gonna start tagging them that.
Oh, I thought that. I was trying to figure out what the date played in. I was like, what? What could the date be? What? Fair enough. Last time on D&D and Alimar. Traveling through the desert with their new gnomish camel rider jockey guy that carried them in a cart. Mr. Horcus Porcus himself. The party ventured through the desert, seeking the temple, that silly pyramid. Where could it be? Decimating a Nolish warband. They found their way to the pyramid steps to see the halflings that were the caretakers, seemingly in some kind of odd distress. The halflings seemed reluctant to work with the party, insisting they just go to the temple. Finally giving in, they did so, receiving a brief tour from one of the halflings. The party was intrigued by the number of strange items on the central altar. After finding out there was a mysterious riddle to find dirt further enter the temple, they spent their time trying to figure it out. Casting the dice, they received a riddle. Perhaps the first one in thousands of years. What could happen next? As the green emblazoned words floated before them. Fire, fire burning bright. Seals you in, keeps you tight. In safety you can find the way. The sealed path gives way.
oh, this music. I'm gonna rip my eardrums out.
Oh, come on. It's different this time. I know you guys didn't like the resonance.
Just turn it down just a little.
I did. This is too loud still?
No, that's good.
Kind of sounds like Halo menu music.
I spent some time finding better sounds for you this week. I could tell nobody liked the resonance, so. Though it was meant to be grating, but.
Didn't help that Ryan was sitting there like, hood on, hood off, hood on.
Oh, Ryan was dying last week. I felt bad. And then the riddle was just seemed too tough, as nobody realized when the clues were given.
All right, so about this riddle.
Yes, you're standing in the main chamber of the pyramid itself. What do you do? What do you do? Wow, that resonance seems higher on this, actually. Is that still okay for everybody?
It's a little loud.
Better?
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm not trying to kill anybody's eardrums here. I have less control of the minutia on this, since it's just YouTube. But yeah, so what are you doing? You guys had a whole week to think about the riddle. You can't all stare at me.
Yes, I can. Yes, we can.
We definitely can. Alright.
But it doesn't.
I feel like seals you in is a reference to maybe the candle, because the candle burns wax. So you have fire, fire burning bright, seals you in. Waxes are normally used for seals.
Is there
In
anything?
the safety, you can find the way. The sealed path gives way.
Where are all the objects again?
What are or where are?
What are?
There was the lead goblet, the yellowed skull of a gnome, the bronze war pick, a small iron ball, the candelabra, the golden bowl from the mortar pestle, the black candle, the dice, the cup holder, and the apple.
You got it.
Does the candle look unburnt?
It definitely looks like it's been used in the past.
Okay.
You couldn't pick it up last time, right?
Correct.
No, it's sealed to the table.
Didn't you say there were some sets of armor around the room?
Yes, there's one on the north wall, the south wall, east wall, and west wall.
Okay.
And there's also portraits on the walls and various candelabra and sconces around the room as well.
I want to look at each individual portrait and see what they depict. And then I want to see if any of the candelabras have candles in them.
You can right off tell most of the candelabras do have some kind of candle in them. Many of them are lit and currently lighting the room. Just a quick glance around the various portraits, you see a few that appear to be portraits of great gnomish individuals or gnome families, and you can see a number of what seems to be battle scenes depicting gnomes and dwarves beating back various races that they've encountered. You see battles against gnolls, battles against orcs, battles against ogres and trolls.
Any particular one have a fire theme to it?
No, most of them actually seem to have more of a blue theme. Colder, winter, or in the dark. Almost like cave-like in some of them.
Okay, interesting. Are there any candelabras that are unlit? Besides the black candle.
There are a few candles that aren't lit, but they're on candelabra that do have lit candles.
I just want to light every candle.
Okay. You have no problem going around lighting every candle. And does that include the one on the altar or no?
I'm kind of scared about that one. I think that I think that's it, but
Nothing seems to happen after the room gets a little brighter.
okay. I'm hesitant to say. I feel we need to light the candle on the altar. I feel each one of these objects is going to be a riddle.
Only other thing I can think of with that is possibly using wax to seal the goblet. Perhaps it won't pour that way, but
But the reference is to fire, not water.
right. My comment's just based on the middle.
I mean, we could try to put the small iron ball in the goblet again, and then seal it tight with candle wax.
Out of character. Once again, I echo. I feel like each of these individual items in the room is going to be an answer to one of these riddles. There's specifically 10. We've already used one.
Okay. Well,
That's just my opinion. I don't know what you guys think. I know puzzles tend to be a little frustrating for us.
Well, it's because it's kind of a new ground for us.
Yeah.
Going from a hack and slash to, wait a second, what's this brain thing?
Yeah.
I mean, we could totally try to light the candle.
I don't like to give puzzles for puzzles' sake. Like, I'd like to have a reason for them, so y'all asked, and I found ways to make the reasons for them happen.
I certainly appreciate that.
I might cast Firebolt and light the candle from afar.
Which candle?
The one that's sealed.
The big black 14-inch one.
Yeah, that.
Dave can't get that out of his mind now. Later on
It's
tonight.
like AdamandEve.com for gotta get order that. Yes.
Remember, Dave, light it after you stick it in.
Do not talk about tonight's plans. They're already off to us.
James is like, no.
It's not my option, guys.
Oh man. Where's everybody else? I know I got Badger walking around the room, lighting candles, observing the pictures. Clearly, Baracus has moved to a wall or a corner before he fires a firebolt. Where's everybody else at?
If I notice that he's going to light the candle, I'd like to go out to the entrance.
He didn't say anything. He just said he's going to fire a firebolt.
I think I was.
I'm not asking you to act in reaction to him. I'm asking where you are in the room.
I think I was fiddle fucking.
Odds are that's by the altar, unless you want. We're looking at something else.
No, I'm by the altar.
I was looking at the skull.
I was looking at the objects on the altar. Hi!
So that means 3 of you are by the altar. Baracus moves away and goes, firebolt. Let's see what happens.
Hey, you want to show everybody your rock ruff?
All right. Give me a ranged spell attack roll. See if you hit it even.
Go get your rock ruff.
Give me a natural 1. It just hits a wall.
Get rock ruff. Say hi.
Shit. Sorry, guys. Just
26.
with pinpoint accuracy, your firebolt lances into the candle. Surprisingly, the candle itself does not seem to melt under the blow. However, the fire is enough for the wick to take. Instead of the normal candle smoke, a purplish smoke seems to emanate out from it. A grinding sound immediately triggers. Give me a perception roll from everybody. As Adam gives up his headset.
Showing
White
everybody your
grass?
rock ruff.
Ooh.
Rock ruff.
Okay.
Alright.
Okay.
Alright.
Here you go. I'm rolling, Lawrence.
Yeah.
Oh, that one.
All right. Yeah. So Trayvon completely oblivious to everything. Uh, Baractus and Urfer, you both hear a echoing clockwork ticking sound. You notice shortly after Badger that there appears to be a slab of stone ticking down, covering the entrance that you came in at a steady pace. You realize if you're going to leave the chamber, you have a very limited window in which to do so. Belmar, you see all of that. You also note that high up in the dome overhead in the ceiling, the central point seems to have receded, and you can see a green fog drifting downwards.
I'm gonna yell to everyone, gas is coming in, everyone out. And I'm gonna immediately run for the door.
Anybody else reacting?
Once he yells that, I'm assuming I can notice all the things.
You have natural one. You're oblivious.
Fair.
Any other roll? Yes. Natural one. You're really caught up with the items.
I'm continuing to peruse the objects on the altar.
You're just like Belmar's being Belmar, yelling about something. You know what? Give me a wisdom to check to see if you realize. That's what I'll do it as opposed to just straight obliviousness.
Wisdom's gonna be a 16.
Alright, you realize something's going on.
Alright.
You didn't quite catch the importance of his words, but you realize he's not just blustering.
Alright, I'll look around at that.
Everybody else?
I still don't think we should leave.
I don't think so either. After reading the riddle again, is the riddle still on the wall? Or did it disappear?
Those letters disappeared. Seeming you're not quite sure whether it was before or immediately after, but you know after the candle is lit, you don't see the words anymore.
Well,
I don't think we should leave.
The fire could seal us in and keep us tight.
In safety, you can find the way. The sealed path gives way. In safety, you can find the way. The sealed. Unless safety is retreating from the room, and then a secondary sealed path opens. I mean, worst comes to worst, the riddle resets. So I guess I'll run out.
Alright, so I got Badger and Belmar running out of the room.
Alright, together. I'm gonna run out of the room as well.
Yeah, I'll run out.
Well, I'm not gonna be the only one left in there.
Trayvaka is the only one still at the altar as everybody else is turning tail, and you just realizing something is going on. Your eyes widen as you see a series of golden letters appear to you. And I will type it to you, since everybody else is listening in the room.
Always trust your first instinct. Damn it.
I will call out, wait, there's more!
I stop.
I stop running and turn back into the room.
To arms, my fellows, to arms. Take your arms to the right, for fear that you get it right. Fear the left, but do not be deft. You have no time to defeat the rhyme. And it's counting down now.
I run to the right side of the room.
As you all run into the room, you all spy the same letters. To arms, my fellows, to arms. Take your arms to the right, for fear that you get it right. Fear the left, but do be deft. You have no time to defeat the rhyme. And there's a counting down series of numbers. As you all, assuming you all are re-entering, yes?
Yes.
Yep.
To be at 33 and 32. It seems to be counting down seconds.
I run to the altar.
Gas seems to be filtering down from overhead.
I run to the altar and grab the gnomish warpick and run to the right of the room.
The door continues to tick down. It has enough space. You'd have to crawl under it to get out of the room at this point. The gas continues to seep. The clock clicks down to 28.
I'm gonna run to the right side.
Yep, following Badger. Just grab the war pick.
That was the only weapon, right?
That's what I was just looking at my notes for.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything else is not.
Well, the armor. There's armor in the room.
But if we're going based off the thought,
Give me a perception check, Urker.
Oh boy.
12.
How many suits of armor are in the room? I thought it was 2, right?
Oh wait, are the suits of armor wielding weapons? Shit.
It looks like the four suits of armor have weapons in their hands. 2 of them in their left and 2 holding with both.
You all spy this as he points it out. As the counter clicks down to 22, the gas finally starts to reach your head level. Everyone give me a wisdom saving throw.
Alright, so there's 4 more. Alright, so the rest of you need to grab those. My assumption. What is it? Wisdom?
Yep.
Oh, that's not a 7. That's a 11.
Wisdom's at 18. I'm going to move to one of the suits of armor that has the weapon in the left hand.
As you move out, you see Belmar sag and drop to the ground unconscious.
Oh.
Take your arms.
I'm gonna go to the far corner and don't forget we're all little people.
I'm aware.
Okay. And I'm gonna
You're not all little people.
move
One
the
of you's
weapon.
tall.
I'm gonna move the weapon from the left hand to the right hand.
Give me a perception check.
20.
Alright. As you do so, you hear an audible click sound. And you note that the counter, which second before had shown 17, now shows 22. As it continues counting down.
I'm gonna say, move the suits of armor's weapons to the right hand. It added time.
I will do the same on the suit that I pushed.
Give me a dexterity check, as this one is wielding it with both hands, and you find the grip hard to remove.
Fear the left, but do be deft. Dex is going to be a 18.
Alright, as you do so, you realize that the left hand of this one seemed to have some kind of needle stuck in it. You deftly avoid it as you pull the left hand grip away from the weapon.
There's needles in the left hand of those holding both.
Alright, I'm gonna go up to the left hand one, move it to the right.
Alright, no problem doing so. As you do so, you hear an audible click as the clock, which had struck 16, moves up to 21.
Gonna run to the last one and take away the left hands.
Give me a dex check, and everybody give me a wisdom save that's still conscious. Sorry, Belmar.
Yeah.
Failed round 1. Everybody else is rolling 20s.
While
Dex
Urfer
is
goes
20.
to that, I'll try to. I want to. While I do this check, I want to try to drag Belmar towards Badger.
Alright. 20 from Dex, and what is your will save? Your wisdom save, Dave?
Yeah, I'm not saving Belmar.
An 8.
As Urfer moves to pull the grip, he slumps to the ground, unconscious at the foot of the statue.
I will run over to the statue.
The clock clicks down to 8.
I'll run to the statue and try to finish what he started.
Dex check, please.
But I had a 20 dex.
It doesn't matter if you fall unconscious.
You asked for the dex first.
So 19.
Yeah, you didn't prick yourself on it. Congratulations.
19 dex.
Wouldn't it be really bad if you pricked yourself and fell unconscious? You successfully pull the left-hand grip, and you hear a ka-chunk sound as the entryway finally seals itself, and the gas seems to be pumped out through some kind of slits that you didn't see in the walls before. An opening about a 5x5 doorway opens up on the western wall, lifting up smoothly and silently. Everyone give me a perception check that's conscious, please.
That's right, Dave. Put your hand back.
15,
Trevok, coming from the original entryway, you can hear a muffled, "What did you do in there? What did you do? You did this all!"
We got it.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to. Urfer's the closest. I'm going to try to slap him in the face, see if I can wake him up.
Alright, after spending concerted effort, you do manage to rouse him.
What happened? Are we dead?
Yep, you're dead.
Yeah, fuck.
And I will go and rouse Belmar.
Balmar awakens as well.
I'll look to Trevok. Thank you. Good job to all of you. I'm sorry I couldn't have been more insistent.
Everybody give me another perception check. Alright, am I missing anybody? That's everybody, right? Yeah. You all, surprisingly everybody, succeeded. Hear shrill cries of alarm coming from the main entrance that is now blocked off. You can hear very faint sounds of screams.
the halflings are dying. Sucks.
I hope our gnome's okay.
Can I discern if they are screams of alarm or screams of pain and agony?
It's very faint. You can just hear its screams. They don't sound pleasant, though.
Okay.
Though I guess alarm or agony, neither would sound pleasant.
Poison gas got redirected to the entrance. Since that's closed off now, if you don't solve the riddle, you die because you left.
It does say we were. It does try to say, you'd be safe if you're in a. Yeah, if you're sitting tight.
Away. Yeah.
Whoops! Sorry, guide.
That's what they get. We asked them for help and they didn't want to help. What happens?
Did we commit another genocide?
The rest of them were outside, so is it just a singular scream that we hear?
You heard sounds of screams.
I choose to believe that it was just the one, and that the other halflings are just okay for now.
All right.
Sure.
So are we?
Sure.
Until proven otherwise.
Yeah, I don't think we can worry about that right now, even though they are my own folk.
I mean, you could Misty Step out.
No, you need
It's kind of a sealed
crack.
door. How long would Misty Step last? Could you Misty Step yourself through the slits that that the gas got funneled through?
Mm-hmm. I don't know, actually.
I think you have to be able to see, maybe? I don't know.
Anyway. Alright, so 5x5 door opened.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't know anything about the rest of these objects, or we're going to leave them and assume they're red herrings.
We can always come back if we need something. Let's see what's on the opposite end.
They don't look like fish.
On the other side.
Brian. I'm going to approach the doorway and look through.
A long corridor, seemingly unadorned, presents itself to you. You have dark vision, correct?
Dwarf, yeah.
You can see what looks to be an opening about 30 feet down, seemingly opening into a darkened chamber. The scent of wet fur comes to your nose.
Red herring is a literary colloquialism that means something to distract the reader.
It's also a financial colloquialism, which has its own meaning, so you find your terms better, Dave.
I look at Urfer, and then I just, to the rest of the party, I will draw the Morning Star and say, I smell wet fur, but there's another opening about 30 feet down.
Wet fur.
Thank you, Dave, for typing it out that way. I actually do enjoy that.
Supposed to be learn Ed.
I'm now picturing Urfer as Fry in that episode, most indeededly.
Well, Draylock, take point. If you're gonna get jumped by a dire wolf, I think you're really best equipped to deal with that.
I'm already going to be moving down the tunnel a little bit.
I'm going to approach the altar. And shall we bring any of this with me? I'm going to start reaching out towards the orb.
Didn't Urfer already ask that and we already addressed that?
Oh, I didn't think that was in character.
We can always come back.
Can we?
Tell me.
Take the stuffer for 50 seconds. Take it. Go on. Take it all.
Trevok, as soon as you step into the corridor seems to fill with blades at every conceivable angle. Coming from diagonals through the ceiling, swinging across from the floor, left to right.
Alright, suicide booth.
We can throw the apple in.
I actually love it. Yes.
It'll break them all.
Yes, did you say this in character?
Yeah.
Trevok has a beaming look at that, and I am going to go grab the apple from Urfer. And I am going to toss it down the corridor.
Alright, give me a dex check, please.
20, not nat.
Alright, as soon as you chuck it down, a blade almost immediately strikes it, shattering, but firing it back with enough force that it flies past you at an incredible speed. You manage to nimbly dodge aside from the deadly projectile. But you do shatter a blade.
I laugh out loud and I'm like, well, it didn't work as intended, but damned if I didn't like that idea.
Shall I retrieve it again?
I gotta reward unique solutions. That's fair.
With the amount with the amount of blades that I saw pop out, I'm not sure that is the most effective use of time. But it is a thought.
I can't argue with it.
I'm gonna go get the apple.
Is there
I hadn't anticipated this, but yeah, makes sense.
actual applause, Dave? I really enjoy it.
Right.
It was
Okay,
just the blades that appeared in the
You
hallway.
surprised me with that one. My face is smiling from how much, hurting from how much I'm smiling at that. That's great.
I'm gonna throw it in to try and hit one of the ones that are going sideways, not kind of coming at me.
Give me a deck save.
I'm gonna yell duck and cover and just go to the side of the so I'm not in the path.
Dex attack or dex save?
Deck save.
17.
All right. You succeed in putting it in a sideways pattern. However, as it hits one blade, it ricochets off, firing much like a pinball across this, up and down and around this room, shattering the hallway, shattering many a blade before finally being ricocheted back out. Once again, you nimbly dodge aside as the deadly projectile fires past you, having shattered at least a good half of the blades in the hall.
Third time's the charm.
Yeah, sure. Does someone else want to do this though? I'm gonna get out of the hall.
Can I just toss it over my shoulder while I'm in cover? I guess.
Once everybody leaves the hall, the blades recede.
What if?
So someone has to stay in there.
What if we use the skull of the gnome?
Just give me the apple. I'll do it. We know it works. Why are we fucking around with it? You want Dex?
A deck save, yep.
Dex save is a 19.
All right. Though the amount of blades is dramatically lessened from the previous ventures, you managed to shatter a good number of the remaining ones as the apple once again fires back into the altar chamber, you nimbly dodging aside.
I hold my
believe
hand
it'd
out
be
for someone to give
relatively-
me the apple.
You believe it'd be relatively easy to slip by the remaining few blades without harm.
I stand in the hallway and hold my hand out for the apple.
I mean, bravo.
Pass the
Not
apple.
how I expected that trap to be passed.
Pass the apple to Badger.
Then the Dex check, 24.
Oh, you're going for the remaining blades?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. You clear the rest of the blades, they shatter on the apple.
He's trying to make it safe for me to go.
That's literally what I was thinking when they were like, oh, we can traverse easily. I'm like, no, Dave will roll a 3.
Fair.
Alright, so on to the next chamber. And the smell of wet fur.
Lead the way.
Yeah, if no one retrieves that apple a final time, I'd like to retrieve it and put it in my bag.
Don't let him do it. Somebody else take it.
Unbreakable apple.
This apple is the real OG.
Seriously.
Unless it leaves the temple, then it's an ordinary apple, duh.
Alright, so I got Trevok in the lead going down the hallway, then who?
I guess I'll be coming up the rear since I'm going back for the apple.
Yeah, and I'll be in front of him, I guess.
That leaves me in the center.
Yeah, me as well. Peanut. It's time for bed. Yeah.
Oh, she's crying. Alright. Trevok, as you walk into the room, who doesn't have dark vision here?
Do I have dark vision?
I don't think so.
You did as a tiefling.
I don't know if Celestials have.
You do not.
Haha, the first thing. Haha.
Hope you have some torches.
We're going. We don't need torches.
What?
Do you have torches?
You're literally in darkness. You can't. You can see in the other chamber. You can't see in here.
I'll cast dancing lights.
Hmm.
Moving the lights forward.
The lights dance in a circle.
A diva has dark vision.
A diva does. Half celestial do not. All right. As you walk into the chamber, just at its entrance, you can see what looks to be large piles of rotted, moldy furs laying about, and piled upon them you can see what looks to be numerous, what you surmise to be gnollish skeletons, each of them with clubs in hand, spiked clubs in hand, resting on the ground around the room. As you approach, their heads creak upwards, and they each seem to give a wordless howl as they raise to their feet to attack. Initiative, please. See an apparent exit to the north as you peer in as well. What are my initiative rolls here? 721, so that is.
Ah, yes, Badger's back in his comfort zone, killing undead. They can't be making noise. They don't have vocal cords.
You did say wordless howl.
Alright, you don't want battle music.
Lawrence had an eye roll than a sassy black woman. Like,
What?
nothing.
What?
I'm gonna stay in the back. It's fine.
What?
I'm just talking about your reactions, trying to describe them.
Baracus, you are the first to act. Urfer is the first to die, so you choose where you want to stand.
I'm gonna fireball the back wall with
Fireball.
my
So here ish.
yeah.
Yeah, that would catch everything. 5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah. It's everything except for Trayvok.
Aces. I
5,
always
10.
forget the damage dice.
No, you would not catch the 2 on top of that. So that's 5, 10, 15. Catch everything but the 2 up top.
Good enough. Dice 6.
What's the DC to beat?
20.
20. Yeah,
Yeah.
shit. Never mind. I thought one was going to make it.
39.
39.
Yeah.
As soon as they stand up, the fire engulfs them and they collapse back to the ground, unmoving.
Now
You
what
hear
does it smell like?
clacking of bones, you fucking asshole.
Sorry.
Happy Dave. Anything else, Baracus, after your wild magic check, please?
It's not a wild magic check.
Why is it not a wild magic check?
Because I'm using my wand.
Ah!
I'm going to move to the remains of the number 5.
Are you tracking your charges?
Yes.
So there?
I have one more down.
You want to be on the same square as him? Or next to him?
On the same square.
Alright. The other two move in and strike. Baracus armor class.
14.
Connecting. Once with its club and missing you with its bony teeth. Where is it? There it is. It deals you 4 points of bludgeoning damage with its club. Trevok? Doesn't matter. There's no way I hit your armor class. Whatever it is. You managed to deflect and dodge the strike from the one before you. And then that brings us to Trevok.
Alright. Let's smash this knoll in front of me. This once knoll. First attack, say 24.
Hit.
Second, 17.
Hit.
Are these infernal or abyssal?
Nope. They are undead.
Alright. $15 damage.
It collapses under your blow. Massive blows. Give me a perception check as you do so.
21.
You hear a faint whisper as it collapses.
What was that?
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't think you're supposed to understand it.
Well, no, but it was. I heard Mike lighting his cigarette. So
Fine, I'll give it to you one more time.
Okay.
Alright. Happy now?
That's
Good.
It's better.
Urfer, you're up. Come into my chamber, Urfer.
I enter the chamber.
Really? 20, 20, 20. Where are you going?
21.
What? Oh, yeah. Like I said, 20. What do you mean 21? All right. And
I will Eldritch Blast. The only ones that are alive are.
only GW8's alive.
Oh, yeah, I'll Eldritch Blast him.
The fireball took care of everybody. Took a simple fight and made it not a fight.
Ooh.
As they break something.
Nat 20.
Apparently the Witherly.
Does a 21 hit?
Yes.
Cool. God damn it.
Break something else.
And a nat 1.
You don't have to. You don't get to re-roll that.
No, I did 2 nat 1s.
Huzzah! Finally.
Only you.
This is on your spell.
So my spell, has 2 blasts.
All right. So the first blast gets off no problem. The second one.
And is a crit.
Wait, what? Yeah. That's fine. The second one, however, something flits across your concentration and you lose control of the spell as it backblasts upon you, dealing you normal damage.
Okay.
Roll damage for your crit and roll damage for yourself.
So
No cheating now.
Yep. So 26 for the crit and
They go bye-bye.
11 to me.
Especially at your HP. That hurts. Fair? Alright. As the last of the skeletal gnolls collapses, you look about the room and you can tell that clearly this room was once used for something else. Whatever these gnolls were at one point, they've clearly desecrated the chamber and converted it to their own uses. You can see signs that once upon a time these gnolls must have been living and living in this room. At this point, everything in here appears to have been rotted and charred away, especially after that blast. The only thing standing is in the dead center of the room. You see what looks to be the broken remnants of a wooden pedestal.
Are these piles of furs still intact?
Are the what?
Piles of furs still intact?
Much of them are charred. They didn't look to be in the greatest condition anyways. They were moldy and rotted.
Alright, I'll still inspect them, looking for any items inside and trying to depict what animals they once were.
They were pretty obviously gnolls once.
Oh, the furs?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm still going to search the room.
Okay. You've no problem pulling up a few scattered coins. 3 gold and 7 silver.
Oh, hot dog.
You find a small lapis lazuli in one pile as well. Other than that, the most intriguing items you find are what appears to be small fetish items. Non-sexual fetish items.
Oh, okay.
Shouldn't have to clarify that.
Is she hot?
An exit to the chamber looms on the northern wall. The extent of your dark vision, you can see that whatever this is, the tunnel turns. Probably about 40 feet down.
We're going down, people.
Oh, it's north. It's not down. It's just down the hall.
Stepping into this corridor, do blades shoot out of the wall again?
As you step into the corridor, blades do not shoot out again. Instead, I have another trick for you.
Oh boy.
No, go ahead.
Oh, I saw you grab your book, and I didn't know.
No, I grabbed my book.
I didn't know if you were typing something up. I'm going to cautiously make my way down the corridor.
All right. As you move about 40 feet down the corridor, you reach a turn. It seems to turn to the east, where you can see what looks to be a much longer corridor to the extent of your dark vision. Even with your dark vision, you can see what appears to be round pillars filling the hallway down the way. They each come off the ground maybe 3 to 4 inches, creating raised platforms that fill the hallway where they are. You'd have to cross over them to get down the hall.
Three to 4 inches spanning down the hall.
You can see numerous of them.
So is it like a crevice around him?
Nope, it seems to fill the floor of the hallway. In like a large circular pattern, raised up slightly. And then there's a small gap, and then another one. And then a small gap, and then another one.
Oh, okay.
And then your dark vision can't see further.
What happens if we throw the apple onto him?
Don't all mute.
Who's still has
I believe I have the apple.
since it's proven non-destructible, maybe test that out.
So toss the apple.
That's what I'm suggesting. See maybe what happens.
Can I see this hallway? Or is Trebok the only one that's down?
Trayvok's the one that said he went down the hall.
Okay,
Well, I will go join him.
Yeah, me too.
All right.
Going to
Between
bed?
dancing lights and your dark vision, you can see
Big
that's
hug?
what I described to Trayvok.
I'm going to inspect the walls and the ceiling for any holes, any indication of traps.
Oh,
Okay.
thank
You
you.
want some kind of roll for that?
Night.
Unless you're literally moving onto the pillars, you're just looking at it, so I just perception check.
All right, that would be a 17.
You can see what appears to be as you look closely what looks to be a slight indentation on the ceiling above each of the short pillars. As you peer closer, the gaps between them, you can see what looks to be remnants of some kind of creature.
I'll gesture to the rest of the party towards the ceiling. Some sort of indentations up there. We got a trap ahead. Any ideas of how to proceed?
What kind of creature do you speak of?
Can I inspect it from where I am to see if I can discern that?
You can try.
All right. What do you want? Investigation?
Unless you're moving closer, you can't do an investigation, so it's going to be just an intelligence check at this point.
I'd like to move closer, but not... I'd like to stay like 5 feet away from the pillars.
All right. As you do so, a set of whirling blades blasts out.
Oh.
What's your armor class?
17.
Connecting. Dealing you 4 points of slashing damage.
Where'd they connect? Because he was holding the apple.
Dealing 4 points of slashing damage.
That was a joke. Apparently, it wasn't a very good one.
Just ties a rope around it, wears it like a necklace.
This is my new amulet. If you get a critical on my throat, you might break your blade.
Or just tie it to the end of like a stick and use it as a maul. And try to break everyone's weapons with it.
Sure, it stopped the arrow, but it left this bruise.
So you just leaned in and that happened?
He walked within 5 feet of the pillar, and as he got there trying to lean in, blades flashed out, slicing at him. And then disappeared back into the walls.
Did I take a step back or two when that happened?
You didn't tell me you did.
Alright, so I'm still standing in the same spot, but the blade stopped.
They slashed out at you and went back.
Okay. From my closer... Oh, since I'm closer, can I see the animal any better?
Give me an intelligence check.
Okay.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say it's a no.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, but it's 17.
You can see that there appear to be some crushed bones and many slash marks on the bones. And what you took to be one creature actually appears to be a combination of 3 or 4 creatures. You can identify what looks to be part of the remains of a gnoll, a human, a gnome, and then some other unidentified creature. After pondering this, the blades lash out, slicing you again. However, you manage to twist its dodge just in time, avoiding the blades completely, as they reinsert back into the wall.
So, just being there, you're triggering it again.
Are you stepping on a pressure plate?
I'm going to inspect the floor I was standing on.
You're not moving, you're just going to look down where you were standing?
How many times? You don't let the fucking
Okay, it hits you again.
same trap hit you.
What in the actual fuck? Like, really?
Wait, what's going on?
You're getting hit again because you haven't moved because you're standing on a pressure plate.
It strikes
I
you
was
for 9
I
slashing
can't
damage.
hear anything. You guys are all breaking up for me.
I'll dealt you another 9 damage.
Oh, well, fuck. I'd like to move.
Forward or back?
Back.
Okay.
Yeah, I couldn't hear anything the last 20 seconds.
Dave's like, are you standing on a pressure plate? And you go, well, I want to look down and see what I'm standing on. And I said, you're not going to move?
Yeah, I didn't hear that.
Kind of stared blankly, and I went, okay.
Yeah, if I had heard that, I would have moved. But I'll accept the damage, I'll step back, and I'll look for a pressure plate or anything.
Give me an investigation.
All right. It's going to be an 18.
You do not see any signs of pressure plate.
All right, I'll look back to the party. I don't see a pressure plate. Don't know what made the blades go. There's a whole mess of creatures up there. Better be wary of these traps.
Did they always hit him in the same spot?
They came out of different spots along the wall, pretty much making it very hard not to get hit from where they are. If you're standing in that block, chances are you're going to get hit. Unless I roll really badly.
So what do you guys want to do? Looks like there's not a pattern to where the blades come out. I'm going to go back into the room with the bodies and go put one on that space and then try to find a pattern.
Wait, you want to repeat that without skipping steps of whatever it is you're trying to do?
Oh, I'm going to go back into the room with the bodies.
Yes, I got that part.
Drag one to the spot where...
Okay. Already making a little more sense. Go on.
where Belmar was standing, and then
Okay.
try to figure out if there is a pattern.
All right, give me an intelligence check, guys. The blades whip out as soon as the body is placed there. And continues to do so every few seconds.
There's got to be a pressure plate. I have an 11.
If there's a pattern, it's too complex for you to comprehend.
Is there any space that, like, if I rolled down the center, it wouldn't hit me?
If you made better on your intelligence check, I might have been able to tell you.
Can I?
Okay.
I'm going to take the apple out of my bag and look to Baracus. Think you can bring this in that space with your mage hand? Maybe probe for the blades?
Well, the blades are coming out now because there's a body sitting on that square.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I had to give my dog medication. What did I miss?
Dave put a
Belmar getting slashed up a bit. Dave moving the body, a dead body from the other room, onto the square, trying to examine it, failing, and Belmar asking you to use your mage hand to put an apple into there to try to destroy the blades.
Okay, I do that.
All right. Everybody give me a dex save.
Damn it.
Nat 20.
Pinball of death now.
Same thing over and over again. Otherwise, I'm going to make it really hard for you.
Everybody's rolling real well tonight. You all manage to dodge aside as numerous blades are shattered and the apple ricochets its way around the room before rolling to a rest back in the far chamber.
In the far chamber?
No, in the chamber you just came from. Try it again, maybe it'll go that way.
Alright, I'm going to exit. Be like,
Try
now.
it again!
Now do it!
Yeah, I'm going back for the apple.
I'm going to go around the corner, though.
It's gotta roll a good percentage roll so you lose this goddamn apple. I never knew it would be used this way.
I'm hiding while he's throwing apples.
You're throwing the apple in again?
I'll hand it to Baracus again.
Hey, you do this. Bye! Urfer left the room. Trevok left the room.
I'll leave the room.
Badger leaves the hallway.
Yeah, I'll leave the room after I give Baracus the apple.
Alright, Brack, it's just you in the hallway with the apple.
How many times do you want me to do this?
for the blades that you can see. One more time, maybe. We'll see what the percentile die say.
All right.
We're gonna move the body. Move the body. Use the apple. Move the body. Use the apple.
Lever. So you're putting it in there again?
Yeah.
Alright, give me your deck save.
15.
Just kidding. Percentile die went in my favor. As you shatter the last of the blades, the apple fires off down the far way of the hallway.
Oh.
Ricochet the other way.
Well, what the hell?
It was bound to happen. How many times did you throw the goddamn apple? And every time the percentile die went in your favor?
I'm gonna use levitate.
Ooh.
Okay.
And
Is it safe to come back?
well, the apples are mine where you're stepping. But the apple's the other way. I'm gonna see if I can go get it. And I use levitate, and I start pushing myself off the walls to go further down.
Alright. Give me a deck save at disadvantage, please.
14.
Alright. As you push down, as soon as you float over one of the pedestals, it fires up out of the ground with massive speed, slamming into you for 12 points of damage, crushing you briefly into the ground and dropping you to the... Well, you're levitating, so you don't drop. But you're floating over a pedestal that just smacked you for 12.
Alright, they're not pressure plates. Unless I touch something on the wall, but that doesn't seem right.
I'm gonna go back to where the body was. Can I see him?
Yeah, you can see the body there. You can see what looks to be wooden arms for where blades were, firing out all over the place. The blades have all been shattered.
Do you want me to use Mage Hand to push you?
It's not a pressure plate. I don't know.
Is he still like right above the pedestal that crushed
He's
him?
above the pedestal right now. He just got crushed to the ceiling. Now he's like sitting there.
Do you want me to pull you out?
Yes.
I'm gonna use Mage Hand to pull him out.
Alright, you do so.
Yeah, I don't know. Doesn't seem very practical to have something on the side of the wall a intruder would need to touch.
You don't think one of the original items would be used to pass some of these obstacles, do you?
I would need Adam to riddle off the list again.
The list is a lead goblet, a yellowed skull of a gnome, a bronze war pick, a small iron ball, a golden bowl, a bronze candelabra, a black candle, platinum dice, leather cup holder, and the apple, which you have in your possession.
No, we don't.
Or had in your possession.
What did I miss?
I got fucking slammed to the ceiling by a pillar. The thing came up out of the ground and like crushed me when I was using levitate. So either these are motion censored somehow, or I touched something on the wall. I don't think it's the wall. It doesn't really make sense to me, but perhaps I'm wrong.
I'm gonna pull the body away from where it was, where Belmar was, and then investigate myself for a pressure plate.
Alright, give me an investigation check.
Uh, 22.
Alright, well, you find no sign of a pressure plate. You do find inlaid into the stone what appears to be a silvered glyph covered in dirt.
There's a glyph here. And I'm gonna like smooth away the dirt.
Makes it a little more visible. However, the silver that was making the glyph has clearly been tarnished, making it dull and hard to see.
Um. Hmm. I'm going to Ray of Frost the glyph and then pour water on it.
Okay.
I got an 18.
Alright, your ray strikes the glyph, freezing over the immediate area, and then you pour water on the frozen ground.
Can I see the glyph any better?
No, it's covered in ice and water now.
Damn it.
Everyone give me a perception check. Alright, Belmar and Urfer, and I'm waiting on Ryan. Belmar, Urfer, and Badger. You all hear a raspy, choking voice echoing from down the hall. Come now, Belmar. Thwarted so easily. You never were worthy.
Do I recognize the voice?
No.
Are you speaking in common?
Yep.
Alright, I'm gonna bristle up and I'm gonna kind of inspect the pillars, see if they're completely covering the wall. If there's a way I think I could edge past them.
They do appear to be completely encompassing.
Okay.
Are you going to let a mysterious voice taunt you into getting slashed again?
Was that in character?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna kind of shoot you a dirty look and continue examining.
I'm just saying, think about it before you go.
You two get along so well in game.
Right?
Ryan's hurting.
Hmm.
We're having a lot of BRBs and just disappearances here tonight, guys. What's going on?
I've been here through all of it.
Dave has been the most. Dave's been the most active one. This is unusual.
Which is why you get the same. I used the apple to break. I found something that works. Oh, the apple's gone.
Run down the hall. Run really fast.
Judging by the pillar that hit Baracus, would that seem possible?
I don't know.
for the speed of the pillar, like judging from that one pillar.
Y'all came back around after he got smashed.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Well, this is a gnome's challenge, right? So it'll hypothetically, I'm gonna go. Kind of want to go back to the entrance hall, or not the entrance hall, but to the altar.
I have no ideas, so any idea you have is better than what I got. So play it through.
I'm gonna go back to the altar.
As you attempt to do so, you find that the passage you came through has been blocked.
Damn
The
it!
altar room appears to be sealed from you.
I should have brought all that stuff. Fuck. I'm gonna go into the room where we torch the gnolls and inspect all the walls.
You're going to the what? To what?
The room where we torch the gnolls and inspect the walls. Yeah, looking for secrets or glyphs or anything. Uh, 21.
Alright, you do not find any secrets in this room. Appears to be a den of iniquity for sure. And that alone.
I'm going to search the gnolls. Find anything?
Nope.
So the rest of us are over by the pillars.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to suggest to the party I could try disrupting the ground. I might overload the pillars in some way. If anyone has a better idea, feel free to spring it on me.
Should have brought those dice.
Well, I have no ideas. So,
What's the actual riddle that we saw?
There was
It was two arms.
Was there?
It's my-
The last riddle was when the gas was still in the chamber.
Oh, did you?
Dave, your internet's going to shit.
Yeah, you're in and out, dude.
If you can disrupt the ground, if everybody wants to stand back, I could try to shatter the pillars when they extend.
I can't think of a better idea. How large of an area do these pillars cover?
They cover about 10 feet of the hallway at a time.
All right, no problem.
Of course, if I try to shatter the pillars, then the concern is instead of little pedestals pushing off spiky bits.
I'm gonna just move out of my way and let them do their thing. Move out of their way, rather.
All right, so looking to the party. So we wish to disrupt the earth. Is that the path we're going?
I have no ideas. I'll settle for yours.
All right, I don't know how this is going to happen or how this is going to work, so stand clear.
Standing clear.
I'll wait for everyone to back out, or anyone who feels it appropriate.
I'll back away.
I thought you were going to shatter.
I'll give him a couple feet so that he can work.
Yeah, I'm going to move back. till I can confidently see the pillars around the corner, but as far back as I can.
Okay.
And then
Coward.
in the center of the pillars, I'm going to cast Erupting Earth. Page 155 of Xanthers.
Anathar. There's a
Anathar?
second A. There's a
Xanathar.
second A.
There is.
What page?
155.
55. Give me a spellcaster ability check, please.
While he does that, I'll center Shatter on the same point.
That's a 19. Or would I add bonuses to that?
Your spellcasting ability and proficiency, yeah.
Alright. Since I'm using the Staff of the Woodlands as my bonus, that'll actually be what I said, 19. That'll be a 21.
Alright. You feel resistance as you cast it on the spot, almost as if you're overcoming some other magic. However, you successfully force the earth to rise up. And then you casted Shatter?
Yeah, I'm casting Shatter on that point.
Alright, roll your damage.
Uh, 16.
Alright. The pillar itself blasts apart, filling the area with debris. And you can see the debris seems to trigger blades further down the hallway, as well as the later pillars to smash up. However, the pillar that you erupted seems to disintegrate under the spell, revealing a dark pit beneath it.
So we shattered, what, one pillar? The rest of them are intact?
Yes.
How deep is the pit?
You see darkness for 20 feet down, and before you see what looks to be a solid level.
What are the odds that if we drop down into this pit, we can cross? Create a crawl space.
Is the pit directly in front of us? Or is there...
Where the pillar used to be,
Alright, so we could drop into it if we wanted to.
if you so chose. Circumventing some shit, that's for sure. But you could be getting yourself into some shit, that's for sure, too.
I'm going to walk to the edge of the pit.
Looks like a 20-foot drop. Don't know where it heads.
We might be able to bypass these pillars if we give it a look. Anyone want to come with me?
Why don't you just fly down there?
I was hoping to conserve energy, but I suppose I could.
Don't you still have levitate cast?
Oh, yeah.
I do.
You succeed on your concentration roll?
Tell you in a second. Yes.
Okay.
I forgot about doing that. Sure. I'll float down. Just have a rope ready.
I'd produce a rope. Offer one end to Brachus.
Yeah, I'll have mine.
And then I float down.
Worry about
Alright.
yours, I'll take care of mine.
You find yourself... You still have lights? You still have your dancing lights going?
Yeah. Well, it's a minute. I'll recast it.
You find yourself in a long chamber. You can see what looks to be the lower ends of the pillars ahead of you, revealed before you, as well as an intricate series of clockwork on the ceiling above you. I'm gonna have to BRB. Alright.
I put salt and pepper on all of them. I don't know if you want to cook hers, and we'll just give it to her tomorrow. I mean, I can cook them if you want to.
I feel like we're forcing our way through this.
Yeah. He definitely said something about how we're kind of passing things in a different way.
Well, I think he said that for the apple, but then also for if we go below the pillars.
I'm so completely, utterly lost.
Well,
I feel like I'm missing something blatantly obvious, and I feel really dumb and frustrated.
mm-hmm.
Well, I don't really know how to like hack a glyph, if you know what I mean. So, oh,
That's the thing. The glyph was only for the blades, though. The pillars seem to move on their own.
well, you could just have a glyph that's not visible.
Yeah, that's true. But that's like a glyph per pillar.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking was a glyph per obstacle.
Well, given this new doorway, we could fuck with the clockwork, or we could just go underneath and I could try to make a door back up to the surface after the pillars.
Or I could summon a earth elemental to just tear the whole fucking thing
This
down.
is like the fourth session in a row you've mentioned your earth elemental. It will have its chance.
I just want to be able to use the spell. I can also make an air elemental or a fire elemental or a water elemental. But apparently no one cares. Alright, I'm going to BRB.
Well, you got any ideas, Chris? Anything that could help us out?
Like I said, completely 1,000% lost. I've been that way since last session. I had no idea what's going on. I even avoided drinking up until this point.
See, that's why I started drinking up at this point. It's like, I'm not going to get it anyway.
I am right there with you.
I mean, there's obviously a way we could have passed this without going underneath. Without spells, I don't know what the hell it could be. What do you got over there, Chris?
12-year Canadian club.
Was it brown?
Yeah, whiskey.
Bourbon or scotch?
Whiskey. Canadian whiskey. All it says is whiskey.
Yeah, I'm
It's like if bourbon and scotch had a baby. It's sweet like bourbon, but it goes down like scotch. So, Ryan, you have any insight, or you just as lost as I am?
Actually, I have a couple ideas, but
Ooh.
I honestly, and this isn't a knock against anybody, but I try to kind of let you guys do your thing because I feel like I commandeer the session sometimes. I feel like I'm the party leader. I'm the one that kind of comes up with these ideas and these schemes, and basically everyone just goes, yeah, whatever he said. And then they just continue doing whatever it was they're doing.
To be honest, What?
I'm also not feeling that hot. I'm in like a tremendous amount of pain right now. And I'm really tired because these back spasms have literally sapped the energy out of me. I'm starting to hit my second wind now. But I was at 7 o'clock. I was falling asleep. I'm literally since 5 o'clock this morning. Well, since yesterday, but since 5 o'clock this morning, I get a sharp pain that basically starts in like the small of my back and shoots down to just above my knee. And it's so painful that it actually causes me to grab onto something or like sharp, painful breaths. And that's how my entire day has been. So I'm concerned if I take a muscle relaxer, it's game. I'll just be drooling on myself. And I won't be here at all. I'll just be like, I'll probably fall asleep immediately.
I mean, you're tired anyway, so is it really going to make that much of a difference if you try to take some pain away?
Well, like I said, I'm starting to catch my second wind now. I'm starting to come around. So, and I did have a couple ideas, but I kind of wanted to let you guys do your thing.
Well, when it comes to this type of thing, with puzzles, I would really love input, regardless if you feel like you're commandeering shit or not, because I feel like we're just at a standstill.
I like what me and Mike are doing.
And
It's not that I don't like it, it's just completely out of the box, I guess.
Honestly, the other problem is I feel like this is where we go every time. We get frustrated, we can't think of something, so we just go to brute force and just start destroying things. Like if I were playing Badger right now, I would be livid. Because you're literally just destroying a world wonder. Just like, oh well, we can't figure it out, we're not smart enough, so you cast this and I'll cast that and we'll fucking smash it.
I would debate you in character for that.
I don't have the energy. Honestly, you know what's going to happen? I'm going to get mad, and then I'm going to end up killing you.
I don't know that reason though. I mean, Gnomish Wonder versus the world, which is more important?
Yeah, but the debate wouldn't be that Gnomish Wonder versus the world. It's how we're going about saving the world. You're destroying thousands upon thousands of year-old wonder. Well, just because you can't figure out how to get past the pillars.
Yeah.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Is there a floor down there?
Yeah, you're on the floor. The room itself appears to be 20 feet low, and as I said, you can see with your limited light what looks to be a series of pillars going down in the direction the hallway went, and you can see a series of intricate mechanical work in between the pillars.
Guys, I gotta be right back. My kid just woke up we put her down at 7, and she just woke up and is screaming at bloody murder. Like, she sounds like she's like someone's breaking her fingers and toes.
Jesus.
So, I'll be right back.
Quick, destroy the rest of the temple.
I'm guessing based off of the limited I heard there that he was ripping into you.
It was more of a he doesn't have the energy to debate right now. But if he was playing Badger how he wanted to, he'd be pissed that we're destroying this gnomish architecture.
Yeah, I kind of expected as much.
Mm.
I call everyone down.
I jump down.
You jumped down?
I carefully climb down.
I was going to say there's a rope.
I'm holding the other end of it.
I will hold the end so that you can climb down.
I climb down.
Give me a climb check.
What would that be? Dex?
That'd be athletics.
That's going to be a 17.
Right. Yeah, you have no problem descending down.
Is there anything to secure the end of the rope to?
Nope.
We could secure it to Badger. He's not here right now.
I don't think he'd hold up if I tried to climb down. Not a good counterweight system.
I'm going to climb down.
I let go of the rope.
Give me a climb. Give me a climb check. Or not.
17.
Yeah, you successfully climbed down.
Assuming
Thanks for holding it.
Assuming Badger climbs down too.
Yep, he succeeds.
So I'm going to fall down.
You're gonna jump down?
I see this going much more fall than jump, but wait. How bad is a 20-foot fall?
Dude, do the cable from the Deadpool trailer with a sword or a dagger.
I got a Morning Star. A two-handed Morning Star. I don't think it works the same.
Never know until you try.
How is the wall heading down rough in any fashion?
No.
No, I'd be digging into.
I'm gonna float back up. Float up 20 feet. And raise my arms out. Hold on to me.
I don't know how you're picturing this, but I'm very much like you are. Hold on to me, my child.
Yes.
Like Celestial rising from the pits.
That view is pretty impressive, just slowly coming.
I'm
Can
sorry.
you hold on to me?
Yeah. Oh, he went
How's
away.
it going now?
No! Jesus saves. So does Sporacus.
So I imagine the actual riddle was like all the different animals and stuff that were killed there. Some sort of riddle with
We
them.
didn't do anything, though. No riddle. Ow, everyone just keeps bouncing.
All the AFKs.
Saving it all for this one last night. Chris, do you still play Monster Hunter?
I enjoy it when I play it,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't have the time to put in the grind of what it feels like what I need to do.
I hear you.
Like, I have like full water resistance gear or fire resistance gear, and I'm trying to kill the big T-Rex dude, the fire T-Rex, in the first zone. and he just kicks my ass. So I was like, well, what else do I got to do here?
I mean, you are running support. I've never used it, but I imagine it's...
No, I went to fucking Sword and Board after, too.
Oh, really?
Leveled that up and got it close, and then after like 30 minutes, and then nothing. Couldn't do it.
Well, next time you're running through, send me a message if you're so inclined. I've been looking for people to play this with. Everyone kind of faded out real quick.
You faded out.
So what kind of creatures were there at the end of the hall?
What, like a human, a gnoll? I think there was a gnome.
Correct me if I'm wrong, those were remnants of what got pushed into the opening above the platform that hit Chris, right?
That is correct.
Sorry about that. So you floated down with him?
So,
Yep.
yeah, I'm holding on to Baracus.
Alright.
Jesus saves, so does Baracus.
New t-shirt for the next group gathering.
We need to commission a good artist for a Fabio version of Baracus.
half tiefling, half celestial. half horn, half Gilderoy Lockhart.
With two splendid wings.
I want like that in GIF form, that whole action. Just me slowly coming up with this bewildered dwarf looking at me.
Just Trevok and his best rock eyebrow.
Alright, so we're down there.
Alright, yeah.
Appears to be clear.
How much clearance is there between the bottom of the pillar and the floor?
The bottom of the pillar and the floor, they're connected. They appear to be connected.
Okay.
It would take you some effort to weasel around the sides of the pillar.
So what you're saying is there's a chance.
What?
Wow, Badger, you're right. This is pretty impressive. It's I never seen anything like it.
The man tells you he's in pain and doesn't have the energy for it, and you try to bring him into this.
I shrug and nod.
And start shimmying across the pillars.
Anyone wearing breastplate or plate mail or anything like that? I don't think. Yeah.
No.
You find yourself unable to compress through the tight squeeze with the armor on.
It's one of these scenarios again. Nope, I don't remember last time in character. Right,
Here's what you do: you take the armor off, put it in
the bag of holding.
bag of holding, and then go.
That's my plan, Dave. And I will start to do exactly that.
Yep, I'll follow.
I'll help him.
All right. Alright, as you squeeze through the first barrier, a series of words flash up before your eyes.
Oh,
A panel overhead rotates, and blades flash downwards in a sheet of steel. Everybody give me a dexterity save.
Yes, third nat 20.
Jesus, Dave. Mike.
I'm missing one. There we go. Alright, you all managed to take half damage as a series of spears strike down. You each take 6 points of damage. As you also hear a small hole lift up. And then you hear another one further along, and then another one further along. And you hear a sound as something slides slithering out. Initiative, everybody. Alright, what do we got? 20. Got 13. Got 12. I've got 1. And I've got a 19. And what's that? That is an. Right to the side of you, a worm-like creature seeming to half blend in the rock around it. Strikes out. Looks worm-like except for slimy-looking scales. Its maw opens up, revealing 4 taloned and suction-covered tentacle-like figures, revealing a massive beak-like maw as it moves in to feast. Badger, you are first to act.
I'll shoot it.
Okay.
Does an 18 hit?
An 18 does hit, yes.
Is it undead?
No.
Okay. $15 damage. Second attack. Does a 16 hit?
Yep.
Is that what I just asked? I don't remember.
It does hit, yes. You're both magical, yes?
Yeah.
Yep.
$17 damage.
Alright. Creature gives a wordless as your arrows strike home. Anything else?
No.
Alright. Alimar, you're up.
All right. I am going to cast Frostbite on it. That is 156 Xanathar's book.
You don't have to say it weird. Just say it right.
Practice makes perfect.
If you say so, bud. All right. What's the DC?
DC is going to be 16.
All right. Roll your damage.
5.
Creature shrivels up as the cold bites into it.
And
Lies
I'm done.
prone, seemingly defeated. You're done?
Yeah, I'm done.
All right. One comes from behind, seemingly having no problem compressing its body between the slim gap between the pillar and the wall, striking out at Urper. And missing. However, you are right to fear that it was not alone, as another appears. And another appears. You hear a wordless clacking sound from deeper down of something seemingly much larger. As one attacks Trebok. Missing, and one attacks Belmar. But Belmar, what's your AC?
17.
Alright, this one hits. Finally got one that might have hit, so I had to check. Only dealing 4 points of slashing damage. And as its clawed tentacles lash onto you, its beak strikes forward, attempting to bite you whole. Striking a massive blow as it criticals on you. Dealing 15 points of damage as its beak tears into your flesh. It seems to be savoring the taste of your blood as it chows down on the meat it's torn from your form. Baracus, attack us.
I will. How tall are these creatures?
They are not tall, they are long, though. They are probably 6 or 7 feet long, looking like oversized worms with tentacles and claws, and a beak for a mouth.
Can I float to the ceiling?
Sure.
It's 20 feet, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to be in a squatting position, hoping they can't reach me.
Okay.
And I'm going to do Ray of Frost G4.
Okay. You're elevated, so you're higher up. You're faded, man.
I'm also Baracus, not Badger.
That's true. That's a good point. That's a good point. You couldn't have said that when you saw me clearly working.
I was looking at my dice, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
22 or 14 points of damage.
Alright. Your ray strikes home. No problem, as your icy blast strikes across the creature. Anything else?
No, just going to be in the cannonball position, floating on the ceiling.
Urfer, you're up.
Okay, I'll Eldritch Blast G4.
Okay.
Does a 12 hit?
A 12 does not hit.
How about a 19?
A 19 does hit.
Eight damage.
8.
Yep. Force.
I wasn't sure if you meant A or 8. That's why I asked. Anything else?
Nope, guess not.
Your blast strikes the creature, causing a shrill whine to emanate. And that brings us to Trayvok.
Smash G3.
Okay.
18.
Hits.
18 again. Cool. No, that's the wrong guy. So it's going to be... 11 damage.
Alright, and massive Morningstar comes down, clobbering the beast's head to the side, slamming it into the wall. Anything else?
No, not right now.
Alright, you hear a loud crunching sound coming from deeper down the hallway, and a shrill whine of what you can only describe as animalistic annoyance. Badger, you're up.
Alright, I'm gonna change weapons.
Okay.
And can I change weapons and attack as long as I don't move?
You can change weapons. It takes up some of your movement. You can still move.
Alright, well, I'll attack G3.
Okay.
First attack is a 17.
That hits.
Really? I never calculated my attack bonus. Second attack is does a 15 hit?
A 15 does hit.
Yeah. Alright. 25 damage.
Creature screeches as your hammer collides with it. Your pick slides, slashing it open, and the beast falls limp and prone. Anything else?
Oh, no, I'm good.
Belma.
All right, so can I see what's coming down the hallway, or just hear it for now?
You just hear it. You are in the middle of the hall, so no, you definitely can't see anything.
All right, I would like to cast Wall of Thorns 20 feet away from myself.
You need line of sight. You can't see 20 feet away from yourself.
Shit.
These,
Wait.
you cannot see through this, or that, or that.
Oh, I can't see through those.
You
Okay.
can see around to see that this is there. You can see around to see that that is there. But you are here, so you can't even see that much.
Okay.
Especially now with a grick right there, and a grick right there, and a grick here, and a grick there, here, a grick there, a grick everywhere, a grick.
Worst Dr. Seuss book ever.
So G2 is still alive, just frostbitten?
G2 is dead.
Okay,
Or
so
appears to be
G2 is dead. G3 is dead.
Appears to be dead.
Alright. Then I will frostbite G1.
It succeeds on its save.
Alright, so what? It takes half as much?
I believe it doesn't take anything.
Does it?
Your spell, why don't you know it, man?
Let's see. On a failed save target. It doesn't say what happens on a successful save.
Yeah, so nothing happens.
Alright. Well, damn, I'm done.
Alright. You attempt to cast a blast of cold. The creature, however, shrugs it off without concern as it lashes out. One attempting to attack Urfer once again, and I make shitty attack rolls apparently. The other attacking Belmar. Connecting! Apparently Belmar I'm good at attacking. Belmar is the only one I'm rolling good on my attack rolls with. And Dave is grateful for that. I don't even have to see him to know it. You take 14 points of damage as its four tentacles lash into you. And then its beak attempts to take its fair share out of your flesh as well. However, you manage to rip yourself away, and its beak does not connect. You hear a shriek of annoyance as the pillar before you shatters, revealing a much larger Grick than the others. This one must be at least 3 times as thick, and you can see it must be at least 20 feet long. As it shatters the pillar before you, rearing its head up. That brings us to Arrakis' turn.
Well, gentlemen, I hope luck is in our favor tonight.
He's got no wild magic for me.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll a spell.
Yeah, you are. Because you like me.
Yep. Constitution 20.
What?
Make a Constitution check. 20 save.
What are you casting?
Blight.
On what?
Biggin.
The DC at 20?
Yeah.
Alright, he fails. What was your wild magic check?
Damage first.
I want to know what love is. I want you to show me.
Wow.
I want to
No,
know.
wow, my damage. 53.
Alright. You can see much of its flesh cracks and withers under the sudden blow of necrotic forces. Creature gives a high, shrilled squeal of annoyance and pain. However, it stays on its feet.
Oof.
Or
16.
lack thereof of feet. 16? Hate you. I hate you.
Sorry, bud.
I hate you. No fun at all. The magic surges under your grip, however, you can strain it and force it to your will. Bastard. Anything else?
I don't know what's happening, guys, but I don't have as much control as I used to. And I'm done.
Urfer, you're up.
I'm gonna Eldritch Blast G4.
They're just like, haha, that's the only one that's hitting anybody. I'm gonna ignore the one attacking me.
God damn it. I got a 12 again.
Yeah, that misses.
And a 28.
That one hits.
And
Stop breaking whatever you're breaking over there, man.
8 more damage. Well, my thought was to kill that one and then attack the one that was attacking me, but...
Oh, you succeeded as your blast strikes home. Bring the creature low.
No.
Anything else?
That's all I got.
Dravok, what's going on over there, man? You're up.
All right.
Call near the plate, brother.
Yeah.
You're at bat. Take a swing.
All right.
All right.
All right.
All right. All right.
I'm going to check to see if this has a component that I haven't seen first.
I think you got a bug in your stash, Adam. I think you got a bug in your stash.
I don't see anything.
Nah, I think it's gone now.
Making shit up, trying to make himself conscious.
No, just giving him a courtesy.
Attaboy.
I've had plenty of bug stashers or stash bugs.
Plenty more gonna happen. I don't like that it says spray. I'm going to attack.
It says spray.
Yeah, I was looking at a spell, but it says spray, so I'll avoid that for the moment.
Color spray on Jubilee.
I'll just attack GA. First one is a 22. Second is 20.
Both attacks
Six,
successfully
yeah.
strike the correct alpha.
Okay, Greg Alpha. I didn't know if it was Alpha. I was gonna guess, but.
Wait till you see the Grick Omega.
You can't see my face. But really, bitch?
Wasn't that just the tail of the Brick Alpha?
17.
Damage or to hit?
17 damage.
The creature squeals as your blow strikes home. However, it does not fall.
Damn him! That's my turn.
Badger, you're up. Will you be the one to bring it low? Or perhaps you'll save Urfer's tail end from being snapped up.
Badger normally does. Let's see. First attack
Who are you
is...
targeting? Who are you targeting?
Oh, the alpha.
Okay.
First attack is a 17.
17 does not hit.
Second
It
attack.
seems to have no impact against its squishy hide.
Alright, well then the 15 doesn't hit either.
No, it does not.
Alright, attack number 2. 22. No,
22.
23.
23 hits.
And 23 again.
That is. How are you how do you have 4 attacks?
Because I have extra attack and I have an attack. I get 2 attacks per attack on my war pick.
You get 2 attacks or you have the offhand attack? Did I say that you get 2 attacks?
I have the offhand attack.
Yeah,
Sorry.
so that's your bonus action to get an attack with the offhand. You don't get an extra offhand for every normal attack.
Why wouldn't you?
That's not how it works.
Oh. All right. Well, then I connected it. So on the second roll, I only get the hammer.
Yeah.
All right. Well, still hit. Um. 19 damage.
The hammer strikes home, crunching into the creature's beak, gives a wordless, shrill cry as it wiggles, waves its flailing head, and falls backward, dead. Womp womp. Bye bye, Greek Alpha. Anything else?
We have what? 3 grips still up?
Just the one.
Her biological
Oh,
parents
okay.
went and
No, that's it. I'm done.
went back. She was given up at
All
8 months
right.
because her
Velma,
father,
you're up.
feared for her safety, thought that the father abused her. And she gave her up so she could live a happy life. They were poor, couldn't really
Velma?
afford a baby or whatever.
My bad, my mic was muted. I will once
Damn
again.
right, you're bad.
She goes back.
I'm gonna cast Frostbite
starts,
on
instead of
G1.
going to college, starts living with them. Ends up
How many
in
spells
an
you
incestuous
got?
relationship with the
It's
father,
only a
who's
cantrip.
at this point
He
separated
fails.
from the mother.
All
And
right, so
she
that's gonna
moves out
be
and finds out
6
that the daughter's
damage.
pregnant. And it's like, how could you? Blah blah blah. Calls the cops. They start, putting everything through. He had taken
And I'm
the
done.
daughter off. They lied about their identities and gotten
All
married.
right.
He gets arrested. She's going to visit her
All
grandmother.
right, and it
for her
attacks
adopted parents.
Urfer with disadvantage because of frostbite.
And the baby
Urfer,
is
what's your
found.
AC?
15.
Reports say that he heard
Connecting.
gunshots fired, and his mother,
For
the father's mother,
8
calls
points of
police saying
damage.
that her son just called her and told her that he killed the girl, her father, her adoptive father,
And then it attempts to bite you as well.
they find.
Is
her
it for every
and
attack during its
the
turn, or
fa-
just
the
its next attack,
adoptive
Mike?
father shot and find the baby
Just this
dead and
next
alone
attack.
All right.
in the house.
Or
It connects
let
with
me
its
make sure.
beak, dealing an additional 5 points of damage.
I see I shouldn't have ignored you.
I did try to warn you. You're squishy. You were getting lucky on the rolls. Once Belmar is no longer in the factor, clearly the roll's going to shift. That's how magic works. Baracus, you're up. Literally, see, you're still elevated. That's why you're faded.
Yeah, boy.
What do you want?
I will frostbolt it. Or ray of frost, sorry.
All right.
19.
Hit.
11.
Or 11. From the upside down, 'cause you got so many special powers.
I'm sparkly.
And you like Egos.
I'm good.
Well, we know that. Everyone likes 11. Urfer, you're up. I love telling jokes because I'm so funny.
I'll
Alright,
attack
Dave.
it.
What'd you say?
I'll
Is that
attack
right, Dave?
Does
Hey, whatever you're doing there with the lip smack, and stop that, please.
Does a 14 hit?
A 14 does not hit.
How about a 22?
22 hits.
12 damage.
Creature spasms angrily. Trevok, you're up.
Sorry, just gave Dave shit for smacking his lips. I didn't want to do the same thing. Um, G1.
Sorry.
Okay. Yeah, so just G1. I will firebolt it.
They're placing the Morning Star down and firebolting.
Well, I mean, it's a cantrip, so can I just hold the Morning Star in one hand?
Does it have a somatic component? You'd have to put the Morning Star down to give yourself the hand.
You never gave me an issue when I was wielding Flame Tongue all this time.
Flame Tongue was a single-handed weapon. It can be wielded one-handed.
Okay, so you're saying that I can't wield the Morning Star in one hand to cast a cantrip?
I'm saying you at least have to lean it down against something so you can have a free hand.
Fine, I'll do that.
It's too heavy for you to literally hold with one hand.
That's fine.
That's why it's a two-handed weapon.
That's fine. I can do that.
Okay. That's all I'm saying.
I thought it was weird the way you asked it. I'm sorry. 26.
You must disarm yourself before you can cast spells.
26. Oh, good
That
thing
hits.
I'm an Eldritch Knight.
Yeah, that hits.
Alright. So that's going to be 13 damage.
You defeat the Grix.
Medic.
Everyone step away, except for you, Herfer.
I step away.
Is everyone else staying? It's on you.
Yeah, I'll stay.
Alright. I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on you as a level 2 spell. You gain 11 points of damage. And
My roll is a...
13.
God damn you.
Praise Paylor.
Thank you. That feels much better.
I'm just not going to let you level until I get a couple wild magics.
I'm calling it as I roll it, bud. Sorry.
You'll get 5 experience increments.
For some reason, I feel like Lawrence increased the thing to like anywhere from 1 to 10.
not that high. That's what we
Dick.
thought he was going to do.
Well, just to add fun, not to be a dick.
Didn't he, like, once this all started, though, didn't he get a critical on the first session?
Yeah, but it wasn't anything good.
That's
Did I
on
turn
you.
into a plant?
That's your
Not
dice.
on me.
Yeah, that's your percentile. He doesn't roll for the effect.
I have the odds high enough, I should be rolling a lot more. That's all I'm saying.
I'm just saying,
Alright.
when he
Now
does
he's
fail,
avoiding casting spells for this reason.
when he does fail, if you're not happy with the outcome, that's on you.
Fine, I'll just start picking what I want to have, and if that's how you're going to be.
Oh, Jesus.
Every time he casts a spell, he casts another fireball on himself.
I'm just saying, if he fails and you're mad about
Hey,
the outcome, that's
Harper,
like,
here,
that's like
I hear
Dave,
you. Oh, and fireball us.
That's like Dave being mad about his entire existence in D&D. Like, you just can't do it to yourself.
Well, Dave's pretty clever this time around, almost.
Oh, by the way, I cast Cure Wounds on myself twice. I'm up to 51.
By the way, I do that. Oh, yeah.
And I'm going to make my way down the hall.
I'll follow right behind.
How much did you get back?
I think I got, 14 for my first one, 12 for my second. I'm up to 51 total.
All right, and how much did they Urfa get healed for?
11.
All right. So I currently have Badger at 92, Urfa at 25, Baracus at 46, Trevok at 90, and Belmar at 51.
I thought I was at 31.
I have you at 25. Taking 24 damage of 49.
Did I not take 12 damage from the pillar?
You did. That's why you're down 22 points. You're at 46 of 68 is what I have.
I had myself at 52. Where did I get the 6 from?
You had a 6 from earlier. What was it?
Oh, the knoll. The
Yeah.
knoll hit for 6. Alright. Yeah, my bad. I forgot to calculate that in.
You were correct on Trevok.
Pretty sure I'm correct on everybody, but, you know.
Well, I meant
I was just confirming in
we
case I...
we agree on Trevok. I didn't have
Okay, okay.
any.
I guess I'm going to chug a potion of healing.
Huh? $31's good enough, but 25's not?
Yep. I 8 back.
Important things.
Yeah, fair. Alright, you guys, 2 of you are going down further down the corridor?
Yeah, continuing shuffling past.
Alright, I mean, the Grick Alpha blew up the pillar directly in front of you, so, like, most of that's clear, and then
So not
the next
shuffling
one,
past that one, but
yeah, you can clearly walk through the next one. There's a huge hole in the middle of that one, too. You pass the little alcoves which the Grick slithered out from as you go. And through the tunnel, the hole made in the final pillar, you can see a larger hole where the Grick Alpha is clearly housed.
When the Alpha smashed through that pillar, did it expose any of the upper floor?
No.
Okay.
so the opening is the Grick Alpha's opening that it was housed in itself.
Appears to be.
How high is that?
There seems it's a square block that pulled away about 5 feet by 5 feet, revealing a longer area, but you don't see any exit from it. You see piles of what appears to be rubbish, though, within the area.
I just kind of assumed it was coming out of the wall and not at like ground level.
Nope, they all came out of ground level.
Okay.
The smaller ones, you can see smaller openings, like 2 feet by 1 feet or 1 feet by 2 feet along the around floor.
I'm going to go climb in and sort through the rubbish.
Climb in the Grick Alpha.
Yeah.
All right, give me a Constitution saving throw, please. It's not rubbish.
Apparently it's not rubbish. Constitution is a 13.
All right. As you dig into the pile, jumping in with almost no abandon, with full abandon, you slice your hand on some kind of metal within, coming away with a bleeding gash. You do, however, uncover a dagger.
That's how you get all sorts of diseases.
Yeah.
And this is how Urfa dies. Not through direct damage of any sort of attack.
I see a pile
but
of
by
rubbish.
AIDS.
I'm going to self-described jump in and see what I find.
Urfa contracts AIDS.
Well, you see, I was chopping up monkey meat and I nicked my hand.
All the boo.
Yeah, that's bad, Dave.
You said it was a 5x5 opening, so I could fit through with my armor on.
Yeah, you can. That was for Dave, not for you.
I had hoped. I'm like, I thought it was an okay question. I will put my plate armor back on.
Okay. By yourself? Because it's going to take some time.
Well, that depends on whether anybody's feeling friendly.
I will assist.
Thank you.
With assistance, it's still about 20 minutes to put on full plate.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I'll worry about the big pieces that really need a head and fasten.
If you wonder why, Mike, you can YouTube videos of people putting on replica plate armor.
No, I believe you.
It's pretty intense.
And they put it on a fast stream to do it themselves. Like, sped up, and it's wild. It's a while.
If more than one person helps him, could it go any faster?
Who knows? Maybe you should try. Maybe you shouldn't. Your choice.
Hey, heavy armor dawning is 10 minutes.
Ah,
Yeah, well, I said 15.
you said 20.
Alright, fine, it's 20. Okay, fine. If you want to do 20, it's 20 then. I'll defer to Mike. It's 20.
I'll help.
Now it's 15.
Stupid book full of lies.
Looks like we gotta share that American Choppers meme again.
Yep. Last panel just screams like DM rules.
Urfer, while you are digging around... Oh, he's gone. Nope, is he there? He's there. There he
He's
is.
there.
While you are digging around, on top of the dagger you found that you cut yourself upon, which looks to be quite filthy, you also find a dirty pair of chainmail. And then give me an investigation check, please, to see if you find anything more.
God damn it, Dave. Seriously, like, drink a cast cure disease or something. Dave's gonna walk out of here with lycanthropy or something.
Dave's gonna keep yapping while he's muted.
I'm not yapping. Investigation is 17.
Yep. You find 3 bottles, opaque bottles filled with some kind of liquid, and you find what appears to be an odd-looking golden ring. It calls to you, my precious.
You
It's
wouldn't
evil,
do
burn
that.
it.
You wouldn't do that.
It doesn't.
You would not give Dave a ring that allows him to go invisible or phase
Well,
walk.
if it allowed all the enemies to spy him still, then maybe.
I just feel like that'd still be your level of annoying that you wouldn't cross. Like Dave and phase walking or invisibility. Like, I question whether you'd give him something with illusion.
Cool. Sometimes it pays to be an idiot.
Huh?
I feel a little woozy, but I found some stuff. Do I feel any magic from the ring?
It does feel magical. As you look closer at it, rubbing away some of the dirt, it appears to actually be 2 gold rings connected by a small weld. However, in the process of investigating it, you note that they pull apart and reconnect with minimal effort. The band seemed to have an engraved scene of waves in incredibly fine detail, and when you look closely, you get the sense that you can almost see the waves moving. On the inner band, you note that the band can twist, and when you do so, you can see that a series of 4 tiny blades slip from the band, piercing whatever's placed within.
What the fuck?
But it looks pretty.
Yeah, it does.
And you found some chainmail and some gross dagger that you cut yourself on.
So does this keep going, or is it just like a little alcove?
Just a little alcove. Well, it's a big alcove, but it's an alcove.
Yeah. So I'm gonna jump out of it,
Right?
dust myself off, and say, "Fucking cut myself."
Well, you shouldn't go just digging through piles of trash.
I mean, that's a fair point, but
Not haphazardly, at least.
you think the big slug thing would have hurt itself if he had something pokey in there.
It's a big slug thing. You'd think you wouldn't have just led with your arms.
Hmm.
Winner, chicken dinner.
All right. So once I'm done helping Trevok get his armor back on, I'd like to go back to the far end and examine the ceiling.
All right, it appears to be intact.
I'll look to the rest of the group. Shall we go up here?
We'll leave that decision to next time.
Oh.
My stomach's acting up, and Ryan is clearly hurting, man. Appreciate you hanging in there.
I think he might be sleeping. Oh no, he's not.
He's not. He's
His
just,
eyes are open.
just hanging in there for all of us.
He shifts every
Yeah.
now and then, but yeah, he should definitely go.
But you found your way into the temple, so woo!
Huzzah!
I think that calls for
Huzzahs!
gave you 3 huzzahs for that. Feel proud.
And then we get what, like 2,729 experience?
For
Gee,
fighting
how
a
specific?
for fighting a couple of half CR skeletons and CR2 Gricks.
Sounds perfect.
I mean, I'll give you get some experience for the puzzles, that's for sure. But you're not getting 2,700. 750 though. But yeah, we'll call it there. And I guess we'll be playing Adams next week if everybody's in.
Yeah. How much did we get last session? I didn't save my PDF.
It was like 200.
Yes,
Yeah,
you
last
got 0.
Last session wasn't much, it was like 200.
Okay. I'll put 200.
I thought I just said 0.
Lawrence just said 0.
Right?
I need to catch up to you somehow.
Oh, Jesus.
DM.gif.
Yeah, so 2 weeks from now I should be good. I should be done with law school altogether at that point outside of graduation, so should be good. And then going into the summer, I'll let you know what I'm thinking. I should be able to play at the minimal,
Alright.
but I won't know until I start really diving into bar prep how I'm going to be able to do anything.
Right. Alright, yeah, dust off your characters for my campaign. I'll confirm later. This
Holla.
week. I shouldn't have any issues, but
Baron Orsic rides again, scowled to his half-orc companions.
I think that's one of my favorite sessions of all time. You just faking your way through the temple.
I was going to keep doing it until it stopped working, and it kept working.
well, hopefully Ryan's in
Yeah,
feeling
man,
a little
feel better, man.
I know. I know the item he just got has some mood altering effects in that campaign. So, but get better, dude.
Mhm.
Yeah, man.